Okay, y'all. So, a lot of you guys have been showing so much love on my post about my baby girl. And I wanted to also, of course, speak on what it's like for me being a boy mom. One of the things that I had said in the other video was that all of my kids, I feel like, came at a perfect time, right? Like, truly came in God's timing. Yes, I wanted nothing but girls, but the Lord saw fit to give me two boys first, and they could not, for me personally, and my growth and who I was meant to become, they could not have come at a better time. Not to mention, I feel like baby girl was just meant to be the baby of the baby sister, and they dote on her. Okay, she is full princess mode. But I say that to say, um, my oldest son came at a time where I was broken. I had very little self worth. I didn't really feel loved and supported by my family the way that I felt like I should have. And that doesn't mean that, like, the emotional toll is on him. That's not what I mean at all. But I think that I was really, like, craving that unconditional love. Our parents are supposed to give it to us, but I really truly feel like that love comes from your children. And so when I found out that I was pregnant with him, it came at a time where I didn't really know where I was going in life. I didn't really have too much of a direction. I had dropped out of college. I was working at FedEx, y'all. I hated that job. I would cry every day going to that job. I hated it. Um, and I literally had just become homeless. I ended up having to rent a room out of my auntie's house. All of the things that could be going wrong in life was going wrong. And I will never forget when I got pregnant with him. I got pregnant with him in one of what could have been considered one of the worst situations that I could possibly be in, right, to have a child. And I'll never forget when I found out I was pregnant, I quit my job. And I was told by so many people how stupid I was for doing that. But it was one day, the matter of fact, the morning that I found out I was pregnant, I remember telling my son's father, like, I don't want to go back to that job. I can't go back to that job. They stress me out so bad, I'll lose the baby. And so I remember him saying, he was like, okay, if you don't want to go to work, that's fine, but we're going to church. Okay. So we get up, we get dressed, we go to church. Um, and I remember going up to the altar for altar call. And I went up to the altar for altar call. Altar call. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. And pastor literally looked at me. She held my hands and she said, God said that whatever it is that you're holding on to, let it go. She said, you're scared that you're going to make the wrong decision, but God got you, let it go. Y'all, I sat in the pew and typed up my 2 weeks notice. And I quit that job. And everybody told me how dumb I was for quitting that job. But let me tell you what that little boy did for me. That little boy upped my hustle, because there was no way, nothing ever told me, like, I never looked at life and was like, oh my God, I'm about to have a kid, my life is over, what am I going to do? I never felt like that. It was almost like I didn't even have to put my thinking cap on. I was like, all right, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do this, I got this many months to get this and this in order. That's where my brain was. He is the reason why my hair company is as successful as it is now, because there was no way I was going to look at him and he was going to go through even half of the shit that I went through. Dead ass. He taught me how to stand up for myself, because there was no way that I was, yes, we make mistakes, right? But it was a lot of situations that when it was just me, myself, I had put myself in, that I wasn't going to put myself in with a child. Um, it was just a number of things, right? Like, he taught me how to be more organized, how to be, um, just all of the things. And I always looked at myself, especially having boys, and I always asked. I still do this to this day. If my son brought me home, would I like me? Would I approve of me? Because your kids, you're the first thing that they learn to look for, right? And so with that, anything that I didn't really care for, or anything, any places where I knew I could be better, I started to work to change those things. So that's him. And he's literally a boy version of me. I will never forget on his 12th birthday, y'all, I broke down into tears, got on my knees, and I thanked God because I had made it to a place with him where literally 100% of the things that I had gone through, by the time he was that age, he knows nothing of it. I'm talking about DCFS, you know, parental trauma. Like, yeah, he has some issues as far as his father goes, but it's nothing like what I went through with my mom or with evil stepmom and all of the things, right? My baby boy, Big Juice up my gangster, okay? That boy does not give a fuck about how nobody feels about nothing if it's going to negatively affect him. He is the main character in his life and he don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about it. But at the same time, he's so soft. Like both of my boys are very intentional. And when I say soft, I don't mean like a sissy, no offense to nobody, but like soft in a way that like he's a very masculine little boy already, but he's so soft with the women in his life. Like he cracks me up because I feel like now that me and his dad aren't together, um, there like he feels like he has to step in that position. Now, granted, he's 7, so we don't do all of the my boys know you are men in the house. You guys are not the man or the men of the house. We don't play those kind of games. But from a place of like, let's say that I'm getting dressed and I'm going somewhere. He'll kind of look me up and down and be like, "Where are you going?" And I tell him where I'm going or what I'm doing, and he'll be like, "You wear that kind of dress to a concert?" And I ask him, like, is something wrong? Does it look good? And he's just like, well, mommy, it's a little short for a concert. Like, that's how he is. When I get dressed and I do my face and my hair and stuff, he just stares at me. But it's like I can feel the admiration. Like I know my boys love me. Like my daughter healed my feminine energy and because life had just whooped my ass and snatched it from me. But my boys, in a way, like the way that they love on me, it shows me that like that love of a man, I don't want to make it sound creepy because I have a really big issue with people in enmeshed relationships with their mothers, but like more so like I know that I'm raising future good men just by the way that they deal with me. Because a lot of these men that have mommy issues, it starts from them hating their mothers. It starts from their resentment for their mothers. Like, even with the issues that we have as far as like their dad leaving, right? Or not leave, well, I left, but their dad moving out. Like, I'm really big on explaining to them, but not in a way to bash their dad, but just in a way where they understand that, hey, grown-ups fuck up. We tried, it didn't work. But we still both love you very much because I don't want them internalizing that and going and ruining somebody else's life. My boys open doors. My boys carry the heavy things within their limits. They're very much gentlemen, and not just for me, but for women around them. My boys understand that you're not just nice to women that you like, you're nice to women, period. But they healed a different thing in me. They healed they healed the part of me that didn't feel like I was worthy. That's what they healed. Because when they look at me, yes, I'm mommy, but like I see how the way that they treat me is the same way that they go outside and they treat the world. That's the difference. So my daughter, she helped heal my inner child. My boys helped remind me that, hey, mommy, you're actually worth something. And don't let anybody make you feel like you're not. That's why I always say I don't subscribe to that single mothers are worthless, because if I was so worthless, I would not have been the one left, in charge of